Lesson 82. Road. What's the past of ride?
The past of ride is road.
If you rode from here to the next town by bicycle, about how long would it take you?
If I rode from here to the next town by bicycle, it'd take me about 2 hours.
Decrease. Does the temperature decrease as we move from spring to summer?
No, the temperature doesn't decrease as we move from spring to summer. It increases.
Join. Joint. Shoulder. Elbow. Do you have to join a library before you can start borrowing books?
Yes, you have to join a library before you can start borrowing books.
If we join two pieces of wood together, like this, what do we make?
If we join two pieces of wood together like that, we make a cross.
What joint of the arm is this?
That joint of the arm is the shoulder, the elbow, the wrist.
Noon. What's another word for midday?
Another word for midday is noon.
E.g. equals exempli gratia equals for example. Abbreviation. What are the letters e.g. the abbreviation of?
The letters e.g. are the abbreviation of exempli gratia.
When do we use these letters?
We use these letters in writing, but not in speaking.
Here you are. There he is. Hand. Structure. Finally. What can we say when we hand something to somebody?
When we hand something to somebody, we can say, "Here you are."
When you finally find something after trying to find it for a long time, what can you say?
When you finally find something after trying to find it for a long time, you can say, "Ah, here it is."
State. Fill in. Application form. Birth. Occupation. Do you pay taxes to the state?
Yes, I pay taxes to the state.
Is this room in a good state or a bad state?
This room's in a good state.
When you fill in a passport application form, what must you state?
When I fill in a passport application form, I must state my name, my address, my date of birth, my occupation, etc.
Statement. Signature. When you make a formal written statement to the police, do you have to put your signature at the end?
Yes, when you make a formal written statement to the police, you have to put your signature at the end.
Download. Program. What kind of things can we download from the internet?
We can download programs, songs, films, etc.
Drunk. Fight. What happens if someone drinks too much alcohol?
If someone drinks too much alcohol, they get drunk.
Have you ever seen two people fighting each other in the street?
Yes, I've seen two people fighting each other in the street.
Where? What happened?
They were outside the pub, and they hit each other.
Do some people get into fights when they're drunk?
Yes, some people get into fights when they're drunk.
Probability. Do you think the probability of another world war has increased or decreased in the last 20 years?
I think the probability of another world war has increased in the last 20 years.
Mind. Brain. Change one's mind. Brainy. Abstract. Sense. What's the difference between mind and brain?
The difference between mind and brain is that we use mind in the abstract sense, whereas we generally use brain in the physical sense.
Are you in the habit of changing your mind a lot?
No, I'm not in the habit of changing my mind a lot.
Do adults have bigger brains than young children?
Yes, adults have bigger brains than young children.
Who's the brainiest member of your family?
I'm the brainiest member of my family.
Criminal. What happens to criminals if the police catch them?
If the police catch criminals, they arrest them and take them to the police station.
Gun. Do you have to have permission from the state to own a gun in your country?
Yes, you have to have permission from the state to own a gun in my country.
Civilized. Do you think the world's more civilized nowadays than it was in the past?
No, I don't think the world's more civilized nowadays than it was in the past. I think it's less civilized.
So far. How many people do you think you've spoken to so far today?
I think I've spoken to about 3 people so far today.
What does the expression, so far, so good, mean?
The expression, so far, so good, means that somebody has not experienced any problems up to now.
Give me an example, please.
I'm enjoying my new job. So far, so good. Lesson 83. Short answers with auxiliary verbs. Yes, I can. Yes, I would. Yes, I am. Yes, I have. Yes, I do. Answer the following questions with short answers. Will we still be here in 2 minutes' time?
Yes, we will.
Would you need any money if you went to the cinema and had a free ticket?
No, I wouldn't.
Can you swim?
Yes, I can.
Should you be very careful when you cross the road?
Yes, you should.
Could you read when you were 3 years old?
No, I couldn't.
Am I the teacher?
Yes, you are.
Have you got any shoes on your feet?
Yes, I have.
Do you like this part of the country?
Yes, I do.
Did you eat dinner at home last night?
Yes, I did.
Does she speak her language during the lesson?
No, she doesn't.
Did people believe the world was round in the old days?
No, they didn't.
Why don't we use short answers in the lessons?
We don't use short answers in the lessons because it's important for us to practice speaking as much as possible.
Rose. What's the past of rise?
The past of rise is rose.
Did the sun rise early this morning?
No, the sun didn't rise early this morning.
How high? Mile. Decimal point. Kilometer. Population. About how high are the walls of this room in feet?
The walls of this room are about 10 feet high.
About how long is this table in feet?
This table is about 2 feet long.
If I am 5 feet 11 inches tall, about how tall do you think you are in feet and inches?
If you are 5 feet 11 inches tall, I think I'm about 5 feet 7 inches tall.
About how many kilometers are there in a mile?
There are about 1.6 kilometers in a mile.
If a kilometer equals about 0.6 of a mile, how far is it from here to the nearest town in miles?
If a kilometer equals about 0.6 of a mile, it's about 40 miles from here to the nearest town.
What's the population of this town?
The population of this town is about 100,000 people.
Hurt, hurt, hurt. Fell. Fall over. What's the past of fall?
The past of fall is fell.
If you fell over while you were running along the street, might you hurt yourself?
Yes, if I fell over while I was running along the street, I might hurt myself.
Have you ever been hurt while playing sport?
No, I've never been hurt while playing sport.
If you hurt yourself very badly, where'd you be taken to?
If I hurt myself very badly, I'd be taken to hospital.
Glad. Would you be glad to hear that you had failed an exam?
No, I wouldn't be glad to hear that I'd failed an exam. I'd be very unhappy.
Would you be glad if you were told you had won the lottery?
Yes, I'd be glad if I were told I'd won the lottery.
Sick. Unwell. Vomit. What are two other words for ill?
Two other words for ill are sick and unwell.
What's another meaning of to be sick besides to be unwell?
Another meaning of to be sick besides to be unwell is to vomit.
What does this sentence probably mean? The little boy was sick in the car.
That sentence probably means that the little boy vomited in the car.
What does this sentence probably mean? The little boy didn't go to school because he was sick.
That sentence probably means that the little boy didn't go to school because he was unwell.
Repair. When things break, do you normally try to repair them, or do you just throw them away?
When things break, I normally try to repair them.
Roof. What do we call the top covering of a house?
We call the top covering of a house the roof.
Wind. Windy. Do sailing boats move faster in strong winds?
Yes, sailing boats move faster in strong winds.
Is it a windy day today?
No, it isn't a windy day today.
Court. Just as. Platform. What are the three forms of catch?
The three forms of catch are catch, caught, caught.
When was the last time you caught a cold?
The last time I caught a cold was 3 months ago.
Have you ever caught a train just as it was leaving the platform?
Yes, I've sometimes caught a train just as it was leaving the platform.